Growing up in rural Isan, the land of ancient magic and folklore, I was surrounded by ghost stories from an early age. But I always dismissed them as mere superstition and old wives' tales until that fateful night my navet was shattered forever. It started after I took a job teaching at a private school in Samut Prakan province. I was given a room in the staff dormitory located behind the school grounds, right next to an abandoned village overrun by nature. At night, the wind would howl through the shattered windows of those crumbling houses, making the jungle branches scrape along the walls like gnarled fingers tapping to be let inside. The side streets near the dome all seemed to harbor their own airy mysteries too. Stray dogs would give chase and bark aggressively in some alleys, while others, like the street I lived on, would be dead silent, heavy with an unnatural stillness. It was during one of those quiet nights that the first truly unexplainable event occurred. I was engrossed in an online game when some friends messaged to video call. Without thinking, I turned on my camera to show I was alone in my room. But mere seconds later, my friends cried out in shock and disbelief. "Who is that behind you?" they gasped. I spun the camera around but saw no one until one of them sent me a screenshot. There, clear as day, was the image of a woman in a white shirt and grey pants with long dark hair hanging over her face, seemingly about to step into my bathroom right behind me. I tried to brush it off, but it was only the first of many bone chilling encounters. Strange, inexplicable occurrences began plaguing my room. Late at night, I'd hear knocking sounds like someone repeatedly pounding on the bathroom door, or the airy footsteps of someone slowly pacing back and forth through the room while I laid awake in bed, paralyzed with dread. Once, in a moment of arrogant skepticism, I openly challenged any spiritual presence: "If there really is a ghost here, prove it by giving me some winning lottery numbers in a dream. Then I'll give you whatever you want." That night, I had the most vivid, lucid nightmare. I awoke to the sound of something scratching at my bedroom window, a withered, decomposing hand with long twisted nails digging into the glass. Thinking it was an intruder, I grabbed a knife and slashed at it until I heard an unearthly scream. Then, a dark, shadowy figure slowly took form at the foot of my bed. The ghostly female form rasped out, "You want lottery numbers, don't you?" Before I could react, she gave me two sets of digits that would defy all probability by being drawn as winners just a day later, though I never actually played them. My health began failing rapidly as the haunting intensified. Desperate, I fled back home to my grandmother's village, where I sought help from the elder monks at the forest monastery. It was there that the full, horrifying truth was finally revealed to me. Through his spiritual gifts, the head monk perceived that I had become entangled with a restless, malevolent female spirit, the ghost of a construction worker from Isan who had taken her own life under tragic circumstances years ago. And by foolishly making that arrogant deal with the dead out loud, I had essentially invited her relentless attachment with the intent of dragging my soul into the underworld with her. The monk gravely warned there was only one way to sever this deadly bond: by completing an ancient, arduous ritual over 3 consecutive nights at 7 different temples per night, being ritually blessed with holy water to exorcise the ghost's hold before it became permanent. Fail, and my doom was sealed. What ensued was the most harrowing series of nights I've ever endured as we raced against the descending darkness.